The family, good night, everyone. Welcome to another Sports Frenzy podcast. I'm your host, Devon. And with me tonight, I have Wally, big track and field fan. This man knows other sports, but I don't know why he acts like as if he's limited. And then we have Kims. Boy, I don't even know if I refer to this man as in because this man resume kind of keep on getting longer and longer. And
Easy.
first off, we have to just give Kim some props, man. How he handled his interview on KLS earlier on today. Lots of ratings for that, man. However, deserve a couple punches though, because you never drove home your points as we expected you to, because it was last night you were on this program talking about top a lot there of favoritism towards players, and I was there begging say, please, Kims, mention that point. I was there, I was right, and I was like, why Kims and drive on the point about Tapa's philosophy and all of that, and I was like, yeah, man. But still, you presented yourself well, and guess what? You know what I loved? When that man asked the question about if not Tapa, then who? And you just give him the diplomatic answer. That's not the moot of the debate, so don't ask me that question.
Yeah.
So, in regards to yourself, what did you felt on that program? Because we have to ensure that our guests are well comfortable. So, how are you?
I'm well. As I said on the Facebook page, really and truly, I never really see myself on not even this platform, and I always shout out to you and Josh and for giving me an opportunity. A lot of persons might look at it and say, "Oh, them just do a podcast and so," but me pretty much I guess every time I come, I try to deliver some energy. I try, bring a different element to the thing, and it made me end up on KLS, which would have probably never ever end up if I wasn't ever on this show. So really big props to Uno. As it relates to on KLS, honestly, going into it, I'm never nervous, but when them ask a question, it's like me
Yes.
forget everything. Like me
You
just
sounded
blank.
nervous.
Yeah, man. When them ask when I'm my time for talk, is like me just nervous and thing. But as I said, it was a good experience. Anything you do in life is always a learning experience to me, and we'll just see where it goes. But it was a good time.
Yeah, man. Unlike Shift and Pen Action, Sterling, who is not pleased. Guess what, Penny? We here are pleased of what Kims did. First time on radio, we have to give the man in props, man. Not because you call the radio every day in a penny. You're a total different person. You call the radio station you can't possibly think of. And unlike you now, Penny, you call the radio station and bother up the people in station. Kims was calm, cool, and collected. And here's even Kims. You know that Albert Williams love to give us some punches. The man is saying that you're buying drinks. But you have to give a lot of props there, man. You represented the brand well, and
Yes,
even though I said that, I like when you muted all of that. That wasn't my main part of it. And I love when you were introducing yourself that you're an analyst at Sports Frenzy. That gave our show a promotion, man. So for that, we're happy about that, man. Because if you had never done that, tonight they wouldn't be seeing you on this program. 2 month ban. But you did that, and we're happy about it. But
So just a quick question, Kim. So they say hindsight is 2020. Looking back at the whole experience and in specifically the debate, what would you have done differently?
All right. So to be 100% honest, 100% candid, I would have taken it more seriously. I would have taken it way more seriously. As I said, for me, it was a under the radar thing. Josh hit me up and say, "Hey, do you want to do this?" And I was like, "All right, yeah, why not? No problem." I just think, I was just going to go out there talk and so. But leading up to it, especially today, when I saw a lot of persons were messaging me this and that, hey, good luck, hey, we're going to listen, this and that, So then, I was like, But as I said, everything is a learning experience for me. What I would have done, I would have definitely have my opening point more stronger. I didn't think my opening, because I felt it, as I was talking, you feel it, like you forget some things where you did, I gotta say, you forget it. So my opening statement would have definitely been more stronger, more salient points and so. But
Sorry to interject. Meaning you would have actually written it down.
Not only write it down, but the proper sequence in my head. It's just like it was just all over the place. And I got draw from this, draw. Because I kind of have a little photographic memory, so I'm just try to draw from this or draw from just about. As I say, Wally, like I don't regret anything. I don't really live my life with regrets. It happened. Good experience. I lost. I'm probably the happiest loser ever. because I'm happy, I'm grateful, and we just move on.
Boss man, for us here at Sports Frenzy, you never lost.
All
Let's
right.
just put that out. You won the debate.
Yes, sir.
Because that man just kept on going about what is and what not, and from way back whenever, from what fill up on all those days, that was what he was trying for. But as I said, you could have done better. Learning experience, take it in step. It's just like us right here. We do this every night. However, we're not perfect at our craft. We just learn each night as it comes, and let's take this and move forward.
Yeah, and Wally, last thing before move on. Similar to, I'm sure you guys noticed, when I first came here, I wasn't the most polished. I wasn't the best. I was probably the worst. But as again, when you're repetition and so it always make you get better. So if I get another opportunity, I'm sure I'll do way better than I did.
Yeah, man, don't feel away, man. You lost your grandfather. That man could be a grandfather, so no hard feelings.
Yes, sir.
Huh? Yeah, and they also saying that more than likely probably they'll bring you back on next month or so, because you're now a household name. You're known out in the media world now, because they even promoted that Achilles that comes on Sports Frenzy. So you're known out in the media lands now. So that's a props for everybody. So yeah, man, you represented the brand well, and just look forward and keep on growing. No, you move from one debate into another, because boss, I don't know what you've been smoking. I said you've been smoking some of the rum that management has been smoking. And first and foremost, it said that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce categorically cannot start on your 4x1 team.
Yeah.
So we're just looking at these 4 athletes. However, we're going to broaden it as we go on, because we know that we can possibly find better relay runners to probably just substitute one of these runners. So the 4 runners in motion are Merlin Otti, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, Elaine Thompson-Era, and Veronica Campbell-Brown. Now, this debate started from where a lot of debate actually starts, on Facebook. I know that once we pick up on those topics, that it will be a topic on this show. Now, first and foremost, you said that, well, I'm not even going to get into it. You said you have your particular order that you will run them in. So I'm just going to let you go ahead, give us your starter.
All right.
And remember, you have to give a reason as to why. So give us your starter and why.
All right. So I will start with so if we're using the 4 athletes, Merlin, Veronica, Elaine, Shelly, right? Using those 4 athletes. Merlin would actually be my starter. Why? Right? Not because she's the best starter, but she is, and I'm using times right here. Where times is concerned, she's the third fastest in the field, right? All the internet joking is third fastest in the field, right? So, and along with the third fastest in the field, she's the second best starter, right? She's the second best starter to Shelly. So I'm saying, okay, she's going to start my relay, right? She's going to start my relay, and she's also a very good curve runner, right? Very good curve runner. On my backstretch, it have to be Elaine.
Hold on, man. Hold. Don't jump. Focus on the starter.
Okay.
We're going about it in sequential order. As you said about your program today, that you should have had the ideas in sequential order. So sequential now.
Yes, sir.
So you said Merlin from the blocks, and because she's the second fastest starter.
Yeah.
However, there are a lot of people that disagree with that, because they actually think that she's probably the third fastest in terms of, a lot of people say Elaine as a better starter than Merlin.
No, not impossible. Like, and we can really go down to semantics. We can go down to the technicality when we look at, when you start out of the blocks and I'm showing you your reaction time, we can go to that and we can match up Merlin times versus Elaine time. And the only time Elaine start good, Olympics are just gone. So if that you're going to use to say Elaine is a better starter than Merlin, sure. But over the longevity of their career, over the time span of their career, Elaine is not a better starter than Merlin. No chance. No chance.
Okay. Now, Wally, as the man said to you, make sure say internet up and running tonight, because he want to beat it to sickness. So, Wally, you heard what he has said. In regards to you now, who would be your starter and why?
I mean, what the unfortunate thing with Kims is that when it comes to Shelly-Ann Fraser, good sense doesn't prevail discussing things. He pretty much contradicted itself. That he would put the second to if that is not counterintuitive and an irrational position, I don't know what is. You put the best starter, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, 100-meter starter in the history of the sport. By virtue of that, you start her. That is where the benefit team starting the relay team. That is her best asset. You take advantage of her best asset.
Finish your point, Wally, and then Kim can interject.
Yeah, man. So I'm saying that Shelly-Ann's best asset is her start. The person starting the relay, they don't have the advantage of a running start. Therefore, getting out from the blocks, the person who is best at that will have the greatest advantage. And clearly, that will be Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. So logic would dictate that she would start the relay.
Okay. So Kim, is there more to that is?
All right. So Wally, again, you are coming from a standpoint. Say, okay, she's the best starter. Oh, I didn't disagree that she's the best starter, but my issue is that when Shelly-Ann Fraser starts the relay, she is most ineffective at that point, right? And we have seen a lot of evidence of it. Again, let's go to I think it was the 2008 Olympics. I think it was that when the USA broke the world record, when it was Shelly to Sharon to Vernica to Karen Stewart, and that girl from America, Tiana Bartoletta, and you can't watch it again because Shelly was in the lane behind her, Tiana was in the lane in front of her, and she whopped Shelly, whop. Now, if she, say for example, if they were both on the anchor leg, and we have seen Shelly run the anchor leg when she ran down that Great Britain girl and nab her at the line after that Great Britain girl get about 20 meters in front of her, right? So when she get about 20 meters in front of her, Shelly run her down. So she has more impact when finishing the relay. And starting the relay, you don't have that much advantage. So her quick speed, by the time she's ready to get down into it, and so it's time to hand over the baton. And I said, we have seen the evidence over and over and over, but I've never seen the evidence in a 4x1 where Shelly-Ann Fraser first leg has made Jamaica win a relay. You can probably show me that, but I've never seen that. So tell me a time, because I've told you 2 times when Shelly-Ann start had allowed them to lose the relay, but I've never seen a start that allowed her to win the relay.
So when you're discussing things, it's very important to look at the entire data set. You can't use 2 instances and then make a generic statement based on those 2 instances. That is not logical.
No, but Wally, hold on. Before you even continue, I am making a statement, and I'm using examples, things that have happened to back up my statement. However, you are making a statement and you have absolutely nothing to back it up. There's absolutely no fact. The only thing you can tell me is, okay, Shelly is the best starter. All right, but we have seen Shelly-Ann Fraser start relays before, and it has not been fruitful for Jamaica. So why now you have to make she start a relay again when it's not fruitful? Hold on, when Jamaica has been more benefited with Shelly-Ann anchoring the relay. So why would we have her start if when she starts we don't win?
No,
the anchor will win.
Wally, go ahead.
The internet a joke now because you know him get a beating.
You hearing me? You hearing me?
Yeah, man, we're hearing him, man.
You hearing me? Did Shelly-Ann on all 4 legs? What was the exchange between the first and second leg, the second and third leg, the third and final leg? What was that? What were those exchanges? Were those exchanges the same to when we won? That is what you have to look at. You can't look at her isolation. You have to look at the exchanges. So if she had an excellent start, if she had an excellent start, subsequent to her start, they fumble the exchanges, then you're going to use if we didn't win to say that she must not start. That is faulty reasoning. That is artery reasoning.
no,
No, what you hold on.
no, what?
What you have to tell me, is that the occasions where Shelly-Ann anchored and it was Benny and we came out good. It turned out bad for us. That the exchanges on both instances were the same. Then Shelly-Ann starting and anchoring as a reason for fault. That is how you're saying.
Okay, but what I'm saying, what I'm saying is that when Shelly-Ann started the relays that I'm talking about, right? When she started the relays, both at the World Championships and at the Olympics, right? When she started the relays, remember, you know, in 2008, Shelly-Ann won gold in the 100 meters. So she's supposed to be the fastest, right? Okay, so when she started the relay, the American female, Tiana Bartoletta, handed over the baton to her teammate before Shelly-Ann handed over the button to Sharon Simpson-Miller. And I'm not any genius, but if I'm supposed to go by that, that would think to me that the American girl beat Shelly-Ann Fraser to hand over the button to her teammate. Cool. When Shelly-Ann Fraser is anchoring the relay, she don't get the button in first place. She get the button in either second or third place. And then that 100-meter speed that she has, that 10.7 at the time speed that she has, she used it to close the gap on the other team and come out victorious. So what I am saying is that I'm not saying Shelly is not fast. I'm not saying she's not a fast starter, but I'm saying her effectiveness is better when she anchors the relay than when she starts it. Because just like how, let us talk about like the Olympics are just gone. Shelly-Ann is the best starter, but Brianna started the relay. Brianna is not a better starter than Shelly. Brianna is the second best starter. Hence, that's why I said Merlin is the second best. Hence, I would have Merlin starting my relay. That is all I'm saying.
Can I interject?
Yes, sir. Go right
All
ahead.
right. Could it be said that for the races that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce hunkered, she ran against those teams, I would say probably fourth best or third best runners?
All right.
Because so, you know that in a lot of cases, a lot of these teams tend to put their best runners from the first two legs.
I love where you make that point. Tiana Bartoletta, what runner you think she was on that American relay team? It was Carmelita Jeter, Bianca Knight, Alison Felix, Tiana Bartoletta. Where do you think Tiana Bartoletta ranked among those four?
Repeat.
Carmelita Jeter, Alison Felix, Bianca Knight, Tiana Bartoletta. Where would you say that Tiana ranked among those four?
I'd have her as third.
Thank you. Where did Shelly-Ann rank? Where did Shelly-Ann rank among those Jamaicans? Number one, right? So if your number one runner is going up against the opposition's number three runner, what is the logical thing that you would have expected? You would have expected a lead going into the second leg, right? But that wasn't the case. Sharon Simpson got the button behind Alison Felix, and we already know Alison Felix faster than Sharon, so we know that already. And then it's just a ripple effect. That's all I'm saying. I just don't want Shelly-Ann.
No, but
I'm not saying he's not the fastest. Go ahead.
Right,
right. The Brianna Williams starting is into when we did the 4x1, Nesta Carter started off, and Nesta Carter is.
All right, well, let's start out the connection return. Ryan, you have heard what you said, and in terms of you, who would you have as your starter? Oh, these guys seems like the connection is not bad.
Ryan, you hearing Ryan?
My time now?
Yeah.
Yes, your
my
time.
start out, Shelly.
Okay. Any
I'm
reason
going to explain me.
Yeah, we're hearing you.
Okay, good. Kems pointed out some race about Shelly, and that even though Shelly was champion, still inexperienced. So I would not think Shelly would be beaten by is mentioning. So I think we are talking about these four, right?
Yeah.
Don't know if you guys hearing me. Okay, good. So we're talking about these
Yeah, man, hearing you.
both athletes, both runners in their prime. So I am looking
Yes.
at the perspective that okay, prime Shelly 2012 thereabout coming up. Not 2008, 2009 Shelly. I would say Shelly would be the starter among those four athletes, and um, her questions as Skims is mentioning them to be, I would not factor those in because 21-year-old Shelly versus 25-year-old Shelly, I am going with the peak runner to at amongst the four goats,
All right.
the fast starter amongst the
All right. So why?
start my relay. So start.
All right. Why? Okay. Why do you think? Let me just ask you a question. It's actually rhetorical, but for this time I'll pardon you. Why do you think? Why do you think they removed Shelly from the starting league? Why do you think that? Just tell me. Why she's because obviously she's still the best starter. Why do you think they removed Shelly
Okay,
from
good.
the
So
starting?
let
All
me
right.
let
All
me
right.
let me. Okay,
It's
fine. I'm going to
rhetorical,
answer.
right?
I'm going to answer the rhetorical question.
All right.
Tell me about the top athletes. That's the top athletes in their mid-20s, in their prime. That start release.
Whenever
Exactly.
I never really hear your question. I never really hear your question.
All right. So you want me to answer?
Yeah, answer because I never hear him quick. I don't know what he asks.
All right. So Kims, to answer your question, right? Number one,
Oh,
the
you never hear
coach.
me? You didn't hear
The
me?
coach.
I never hear what you ask.
Ryan, keep on chipping and chipping out. Log out and
No,
log
no,
in.
no. I'm saying. Okay, I'm saying that normally when an athlete gets better in time and they are the best in the team in their prime, they don't normally start. They normally run backstretch or anchor or maybe even third leg for give and take.
So
So Shelly, you're saying that your question is you say it was a rhetorical question, but I'm answering it nonetheless. So I'm asking you to tell me about the prime athletes in their relay team that start relay. There you can't really find much.
okay, but in 2012, they talk about 2012. Didn't Shelly start the relay again in 2012 Olympics? Yeah, she started. So the same thing on that talk about 2012 Olympics. She started the relay again, but then after that, now that is when Jamaica wise up, and because after she get another beating, that is when Jamaica wise up and say, well, we can't have our fastest at the time. We can't have our fastest on the first leg because it's very ineffective. It's ineffective for many reasons. Not only because she get beat on the first leg, but because now after she run her first leg, the gap that she will create on the first leg, if she does, because she's never, but let's hypothetically speaking, if she creates a gap on the first leg, that gap that she creates would not be sustainable.
All right. So
The full
here's what I want you to do. Tell me why the fast starter create a gap.
Kims, I didn't hear.
You say why the fastest starter create a gap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know to answer that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what you want for answer. Say the fastest because they have never. Shelly has never created a gap for Jamaica once she's starting. Like she has never
No, you
created.
said created a gap in the sense of she not being in at the front. So tell me why I am the fastest starter, but yet I am handing in the battle second and third. Tell me why.
I don't know. Probably you can tell me. I'm not sure.
No, I don't know either. So I was hoping you would tell me.
Oh no, no, I don't know. That is a question. That is a question here because okay, for example, you see that start that Brianna.
Kims, I want to ask you a question, right?
So if Shelly has never given Jamaica that start, if Shelly has never given Jamaica that start, why would I want her to start my relay?
All right, Kims. I thought you chipped out a while ago, but
Are you hearing me now?
yeah, we're hearing you. I
Yeah.
heard what you said.
So I'm saying the start that Brianna gave Jamaica in the Olympics this past month, Shelly has never given Jamaica that start ever. Right? So I'm saying, why would I've not the only thing I have is that when Shelly is running a flat 100 meters, she's the best starter. But for a relay, she has never portrayed that same form in the relay that she has in the 100 meters. So therefore, me telling Shelly, okay, start, I want a lead. That is not certain. So that means I won't start her. I'll prefer give her a leg where I know she can make up whatever gap is there because I've seen her done that. But I've never seen her start a relay where we are leading. Like I've just never seen it.
But Kims, my question to you though, Kims, is that
maybe thinking about it now, maybe I can answer your question as to why I started though normally as to why Shelly. Because you know when you start, you have to is a running phase as opposed to when you collect the button, you just pull out. You remember, you know that in splits, the starter normally has the slowest time. Because you have to get up, go in a running phase and that. So that is me just trying to answer maybe why what you're saying don't work in terms of Shelly being the starter. So you know that the splits are normally quicker in terms of the what you remember when you collect the button, you're not collecting it in a position, you're already up. So you just collect.
Because
so maybe
I can give you a USA. I can give you a USA 4. I can think of a USA 4 that I can put up against this Jamaica 4. And if Shelly starts, this Jamaica 4 going to lose. Because
hypothetically speaking, Kims. You're speaking from a hypothetical position now.
That's
Kims.
all we're doing. But that's what we all doing. We are all
all right. Kims, what I'm saying to you though, all right, is that I heard Ryan said that when you look at Shelly 2012 thereabouts, you'd probably say that's the best version of her.
Yeah.
You probably said that, yeah, you don't agree with this version of Shelly. But personally for me, I think this current version of Shelly, the fastest version of her, give me this version. So I want the fastest version of each athlete at their peak. So right now for me, give me the Shelly right now. The Shelly that is running 10.60.
All right, so look at this. Right? Look, this is the times that we have for all their fastest times. Elaine 10.54, right? Shelly 10.60, Merlin 10.76, Veronica 10.78. Those are the 4 times. And you're going to tell me that you're going to put a 10.60 person. I use them in everybody in them prime, the fastest. You're going to tell me to put a 10.60 person to start a relay. When they have the 10.76, 10.78, come on.
I'm going to start the 10.76 on my team. That is going to be the starter. Wally, for me, as Ryan said, and personally for me right now, Zane, if I have the fastest starter in the field, I would try to utilize that. And with experience now, remember that she's more experienced than she was from 2008 and 2012 and all of that. And remember what she said, Kim, that she feels that she is more stronger now. So it could be said that the reason why she lapsed in those 2 relays was because of the latter part of the race she started to tire and all of that. Now she has said that she has gotten stronger. So going by that thesis, then we could say that she would run a better opening leg. And the question that you asked earlier that you said that it was rhetorical and I never got to answer it. It was all about coaching. Stephen Francis don't want her to run the first leg. That is being said all about.
Yeah, that is also true. But then not only because he doesn't want her to run the first leg, but he raised the same point that I did. That is very ineffective having her run the first leg. After she got whopped up by Tiana Bartoletta, that was the last of it. They were like, no, we can't have this again. Because Shelly was in lane 7, Bartoletta was in lane 8, or lane 6, lane 7. One of them. I don't remember exactly. But that was the thing. And she got whopped up like she got eaten alive.
So but as I said to you though, Kims, it could be a case where, as I said, the latter part of her race was way worse stuff then versus now. Because remember that she's brag about that she has worked on her top end speed and all of that, and she's a fast finisher now. So could be said that she has done some strength work and now she's better than she was before.
But Levon, also when you said that, remember we have the evidence about these fast finishing at the Olympics. I don't want me to go there so again. So
No. Remember that you said that she couldn't run by 10.6, because she ran 10.63, and after that she came back and she ran 10.60.
Exactly.
And
So she has it within her.
And I came on the show and I apologize for that.
Exactly. And Olana, man, within that same 10.60, didn't you saw what she was talking about? Just be honest right now. Put away all the emotions and all of that.
About a fast finisher?
Yes.
This brother, watch this
guess.
brother.
No. Kems, no.
I
Truthful. Yes or no? So it has been shown, Bossman, because she held off Elaine in that race. She did. And you saw the top end speed come into effect. What happened at Olympics?
Exactly.
You could bring up whatever you want, but she had a slip from the blocks in Olympics. She did. You have to give her that as well.
On the 10.60, Elaine wasn't in the race.
Elaine wasn't in the race?
Elaine wasn't in that race when she ran the
Yes, she was. Yes, she
was.
was.
It was the same
Yes,
race.
she was.
10.65, I believe, or 10.66. What are you
Elaine
talking
ran
about, boss?
10.64 in that race. What are you talking about?
In that race, yes.
So you're on the program telling lies, blatant lies on the program. Elaine ran 10.64.
Wally, you know what happened to Kim just now? It's a reflex of when you have so much garbage stored up in your head that you just totally forget.
No, not evil. But put fun and joke aside, right? Put fun and joke aside. I can't have my 10.6. Why I never see Marion Jones had a fast start. Why I never see Marion Jones on the people them first leg? Let me not understand.
Kims, why you being intellectually dishonest? We all know that the star athletes do not want to start. Asava Powell has the best start in the history of track and field. When the BBC commentators talk about Asafa, they talk about sprinting perfection. Put which Asafa on first leg. You mad? No, it will not happen. It will not happen.
No, and the reason why they won't put Asafa on the first leg is the same reason why Shelly will never go back on the first leg, is because they're most ineffective on that leg.
When you see Asafa ineffective starting a relay, when?
Kems, look at this now, Kems, all right.
Asafa split 8 point some. Asafa split on the ankle leg. That is where he is most effective.
When have you seen Asafa start? When have you seen Asafa start a relay?
I've seen him start. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. When have you seen Asafa start a relay?
I've seen him start a relay.
At the national level.
I've seen him start a couple relays.
When?
He started a relay at the pen relays. You have started a relay at the pen. What you mean? What you mean? He's running for Jamaica, the pen relays.
Bossman, international
host, take over, host.
Oh, he said at the national level. That's what he said.
Kems, we're talking about on the international scene. We're talking about Olympics, World Championship.
He said the national level, so I was working with that.
Kems, international in terms of Olympics, World Championship. No come with no pens.
No,
anyway,
okay.
But tell you what you're getting at, Kems. I see what you're getting at in terms of you are looking at it from the standpoint that, hey, I want my fastest runner probably on the anchor leg, knowing that, well, not necessarily fastest, but one of my fastest, knowing that if there's a deficit, then that person can make it up. However, remember that right now we have two of the fastest ever in history. So personally for me, I would have Elaine on that anchor. She's the fastest person ever. So I'm going to have my fastest person on the anchor.
All right, look at this. Okay. Let us switch on that 4x1. Right? Let us switch on that 4x1 for the Olympics, right? Let's say Shelly started to Elaine, to Brianna, to Jacko. That time would be significantly slower, and they would have probably came second, because that third leg, Brianna would have got eaten alive on that third leg.
But that's the point, Kims, that they're not looking at. Remember that these people know that Brianna sucks on the third leg around the curve, so they're not going to put Brianna on the third leg. Come on, Kims. Raise the level.
So what is the first leg? Is the first leg a straight?
It's not a straight Kems, but that's a blast from the blocks.
All right. And that is what I'm saying. That's why I would have Merlin starting my relay. That's why Merlin have to start my
Kems, Merlin is arguably the worst starter in the field. I was looking at it, I was saying the second, but then I said, hey, you know, when I look back at Merlin, is to the latter part of the races, Merlin tend to come on.
Yes.
So if she comes on at the latter part of the races, why am I going to have her on the first leg?
No, because the thing is, the reason Merlin has a lot of top end speed. She has a lot of top end speed. And hold on, that doesn't mean two things can be true. She can start good, and her top end speed can be there as well. It's not because you have top end speed mean you can't start. But Elaine Thompson is the worst starter out of all four. The worst. So Elaine is fourth. Shelly is first. So what we have to decipher now between Merlin and Vernica. And based on what I've seen, I'm choosing Merlin as a better starter than Vernica. That's what I'm seeing. So that's why I'm gonna put Merlin there second by default. If I look on the whole Jamaican history, of course not. But these four runners, Merlin is the second best out of all these four. And if you need some refresher, go and watch Merlin videos on YouTube. Go and watch Vernica videos on YouTube, and you will see.
Kems,
Like,
so listen, Kems. For me personally, look, I'm going to move on from this starting because it seems like we're not going to leave. So, all right. You see, for me, I want Merlin on that second leg. Give me those long loopy strides on that second leg, right? Where she can be able to stretch out those long legs, leave people behind on the stretch. That's where I saw where she was most effective throughout her career. A lot of part of the races, as I said, she has top end speed. So give me her on that back stretch. And if memory serves me correct, isn't the back stretch one of the longest leg on the relay?
Yep. And that's
Merlin on the longest leg.
No, Merlin can't get the longest leg because she's the third fastest in the field.
Bossman.
No, and yet remember, we're using everyone's prime, right? We're using everyone's prime. Like, so I can't have Merlin 10.76 on my backstretch. Remember, if we look at the backstretch, is all the top guns on the backstretch, Alison Felix, Dina Asher, all of the top guns are on the backstretch. The backstretch is the guns leg. I don't want little Merlin.
I'm going to counter your point and kill it again because you yourself said that you want a top gun on the hunker. You said that initially, because you said you want Shelly on the hunker.
No, yes, so exactly.
So if you want a top gun on the hunker, how are you supposed to have a top gun on the second leg as well? Come on, Kim, you can't have it both ways.
No, of course, because Jamaica have multiple top guns. That's the thing. So that's why I want the AK-47 on the backstretch.
I agree with Kems. You can have it both ways here.
Yeah, I want the AK-47.
You have it's four good,
I want my fastest runner running that 110 meters on the backstretch. Don't tell me about Merlin long legs. Merlin 10.76. No, I want my 10.54 runner on the backstretch for damage any little thing will come across.
Right. So that is where our perspectives converge. So I have ET on the second leg as well.
Same.
I don't.
Yeah, you have to have your fastest. If you're dealing with your four fastest goats in their prime, you have to say, okay, who is my fastest of the fastest? And that person gets the 110 meters, which is the backstretch. So ET for me, backstretch.
The final leg, how long is it?
The final, no, it's not even 100 actually. The final leg is actually 90. The final leg is actually 90 meters.
The first leg is 90, right?
It's actually 90. What do you expect? Asafa split 8.6.
So hold on.
Pause there.
The first leg is how long?
90.
So I thought the two longest legs were the second and the anchor, but actually the two longest legs are the second and the third leg, based on my research.
The third leg is also 110.
Those are the two longest legs based on my research that I saw.
I thought the third and the anchor were 100.
No, because if you look, even if you look at the split times, and if you look at the anchor split time and the first leg split time, those split times will tend to be a little bit faster than the backstretch. The backstretch will always be slower because that's the long. Because I think I was watching when the under 20 girls did run when Tina Clayton and them was running, and you look at those split times, you see that the second leg had the worst split time, and that's because it's the longest leg followed by the third leg. You can research it and look it up, make you see what's going on. But those are the longer legs. That's why
okay. I thought it was.
Yeah, that's why you see Asafa split. Asafa can't split 8 point add. No, it was a 90 meter. That's what
Yeah,
it
so
is.
I have ET on this on the back stretch as well.
Yeah, I don't want Merlin. No, in Merlin era, she can run backstretch as she want. But if we are comparing all four goats in each era and we put them together as one in this hypothetical stance, there is no way I want Merlin long leg, short leg, middle leg. I don't want Merlin around my backstretch at all. No, 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 no. I don't want her there.
Just like how we don't want her from the blocks.
Yeah? No, I need her from the blocks. I need
He
her
said
from
it
the
already, man. He said that he wants his fastest runner on the backstretch. Yeah.
Elaine,
and
backstretch.
producer agree, right?
No, the producer doesn't.
I don't agree, Ken. And I can easily put that point because the longer the distance is, the faster Merlin Otter is.
I said that
That's
to him.
number one. And
I
number
said it.
two,
Yeah, but
I
can
also
she be
consider
10?
that
Can
the
she be
times when-
10.6 fast?
No, listen.
Can she be
listen what I'm
10.6
saying.
fast?
Fast.
Listen, listen, I'm going to counter at that point, right? Merlin Otter, right? And the times that she run in the 80s, the 70s, and the 80s would be likely similar to the times that Elaine is running right now with
Well-
advanced technology. So I would use the counter that point and put her right on the back.
So are you going to tell so Josh, with your own two eyes, we're not even talking about stats. No. I'm not even talking about stats. I'm talking about with the eye test. I'm going to tell you that Merlin has better top end speed than Elaine Thompson
But the top end speed
with your eye test.
with ITIS.
Yes.
And we're comparing different eras, right?
Yeah, we're not talking about
because remember that there's technology improving with the shoes today. You have to take that in consideration.
James, you have to accept that technology argument, you know, because
Yeah,
that is
because if
your
it doesn't want to use the
argument, you
that
know.
argument.
Because guess
That
what?
is your favorite argument. With the advance of technology,
in the
better
1980s,
training, better supplements,
right?
better physiotherapy.
Right,
Exactly.
and also the main because of the advance in technology, right? I think Merlin Otter today would have run 10.5 and 21 knows, right? And she's the tallest athlete out of all four when I checked the each eyes for all the athletes, and based on that fact, I would have her in my backstretch.
Can't.
That's what
But Kim, the point is escalated, you know, because again, you know, if you disagree with the technology point, you're going to kill your argument earlier on that you and Wally normally had about technology and supplements and all that. So if you factor in those things,
No, I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with technology. Like, come on, even a blind man can say, you know, we have better technology. No, but what I'm saying is that I can't see Merlin ever even being. And remember, you know, Elaine is going to break the record soon as well. I can't see Merlin being a world record holder. I just can't see it. Like, I watch Merlin run,
Games.
you know. And I don't
Games. Hold on. Hindsight 2020. Remember that's your statement, you know. We're talking about right now. What is? We're not talking about what are gonna happen.
No, but we're factoring everybody in there. We're factoring everybody in their prime.
Yeah,
but when you're factoring everybody in their prime, we're talking about right now. We don't know if next year Elaine might be injured.
okay.
I forbid about that, but we're talking about right now.
We know, but we also know that Elaine prime is this year so far, so we're factoring her based on
this year.
Okay, good. All right, I get why you said that to Kems. Okay.
Yeah, like my 10.54 runner must run the back stretch. Must, because that is where all if you look on the history of track and field, the only person who probably never run the back stretch as the fastest runner Bolt. Because Bolt always an anchor because he want the glory. But if you look, or Asafa, either one of them. But if you look, Justin Gatlin.
And I agree with both not running the backstretch. 100%.
But Bolt can run wherever he wants.
I also believe that it's smooth out of all four female sprinters, right? Merlin Otter is the smoothest in terms of running style. You always put the smoothest runner in terms of style on your back.
Smoothest?
Right? The smoothest, just like what the USA did with Alistair Felix. She's very smooth.
Elaine is the smoothest runner, not even Jamaican.
No, Elaine has a top end speed.
No, when you say smooth,
different.
I want to consider Elaine style as smooth or consider more as explosive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and farm.
Farm, right.
What
In
is
terms, of, in terms of running farm, Elaine Thompson would be the best. But
no,
that's how I was going to producer.
yeah,
Could you add a little bit more clarity to the
what is
smoothness? Because I want to understand it exactly. So, producer, what is the smooth? What do you mean?
That's one description. It's similar to Elaine's fields. Constant running at a constant pace, right? So there's no slow start and there's no like top end speed.
Oh,
It's
so
just
you're
one
saying
constant
that.
pace it's just at one constant speed.
Oh, so what they're basically saying is that her start isn't really slow, and so basically come down to our farm as well because she maintains it right through.
She maintains it right through. That's the one that I want at my backstretch.
Okay, not bad. But let's move to the third leg now. For the third leg, for me personally, no question asked. VCB.
Yeah,
VCB on my third leg. As I said before, I have her as one of the greatest curve runner ever. Wally disagree about that because Wally don't see her as being the greatest curve runner ever. But I personally believe that she is. But Kims, who would you have on the third?
third, obviously VCB. VCB will be on the third leg. VCB will be...
Nope. Absolutely not.
Wally, go ahead.
All right. So Merlin Otti is the greatest curve runner. Straight up. You can't put VCB over Merlin Otti when VCB has on more than one occasion run out of her lane coming off the curve. You know the only person to run sub 22 indoors, that is Merlin Otti. With all the advancement in technology, only Merlin Otti has been able to run sub 22 indoors. Why is this important?
How much indoors Elaine run?
What that have to do with the argument? You're not advocating for for ET on the curve.
No, I'm not.
Right. So don't ask me about that. Don't ask me about that.
No, you cannot tell me don't ask you. I have to ask you.
But you're asking an irrelevant question.
No, it cannot be irrelevant because
it's irrelevant.
It is irrelevant.
I'm not advocating for her.
If you are not advocating for ET on the curve, then it is an irrelevant question.
No, because Wally, this is the thing.
Let us Wally and the Kims. Let us say Wally answer you. What does it do for the conversation?
It does a lot for the conversation because
you're not advocating for her on it, so I don't know.
Because all right, this is what Wally like to do. And I talked to him about it many times. He likes to make definitive statements. Definitive. Oh, Merlin is the only one who run this and that without, and it's incomplete. Tell us, okay, Merlin is the only one to run this. Tell me what other persons run. Have Elaine ever run indoors? Have Shelly ever run indoors? How much race has VCB run indoors? Give the people some more clarity. Don't just come, drop down your point. Merlin is the only person without no insight. We want some insight on the thing. Do some insight on the thing.
Go ahead, Wally.
Right. So as I said.
No. Give me some insight on the thing, brother.
The question is, has Shelly-Ann Fraser had the opportunity to run indoors? Yes or no?
No, that's a question for you to answer because
of course, she made her debut in 2008. She has had multiple opportunities to run indoors.
Wally. Yeah,
anyway,
Wally,
can I weigh in on with my point? Because we're going to have a back and forth here that don't really do much for the conversation. Anyway, for me, Merlin third leg, and I'm going to say why. Because Merlin was as good as she was as a 100-meter runner, she was better as a 200-meter runner. The medals are there to show in terms of the quality of the medals. She has more gold medals as a 200 runner than as a 100 runner. So, and Merlin was consistently up there in her times now. Merlin time then is a relevant times now as a 200 runner.
Merlin has just to back up your point, Ryan. Merlin has the 6th fastest time in history with 21:66, and she run that like in the 90s.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
So Merlin on normal on the 200.
Her time 25.
VCB can't see them time there.
Okay,
her
so
time 25 to 30 years ago are still relevant times now, which is why, for me, Merlin gets the third leg.
All right, so let me ask a question. Because the producer just told us that Merlin's stronger part of her race is her last 100-meter like that, right? Always tell me that's Merlin's stronger part of her race. So could it be a case where her curve? I'm just asking. Don't chastise me. Don't beat me. Don't none of that. I'm just asking. The producer said the last part of Merlin race is the best part. So what I am asking is could it be a case where she run a subpar curve and then her straight is just superior?
It is. It is.
No.
It is.
No. Let me
have those. Hold on. No, it has to be a no, because you don't have those times in the 90s with bad first 100 and good second 100. That's not possible.
Ryan, that's where you're wrong. Nobody said that she has a bad first 100. Nobody said that. He said, does she have a better last 100 than first 100? Is that fact or fiction?
I wouldn't say fact. No, because when Merlin comes off the curve, she don't come off the curve in second or anything like that. She come off the curve on top. Good? So I would have to disagree with that because of that.
So, does VCB come off the curve in second or third or fourth?
In her prime.
No, but we're talking about
but
that's not irrelevant question. That's an irrelevant question. VCB was not running against Merlin Atti. That's an irrelevant question.
No.
Not irrelevant when I am advocating.
I don't understand the question.
Go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead.
No, you're asking me to select one person. If not, if it's not Merlin, it would be VCB for me. But it is Merlin because Merlin is amongst them. So I think Merlin, for me, was a better 200 runner than VCB, as good as VCB was a 200 runner. For me, Merlin is a better 200 runner. If you factor their times, I think Merlin times are better in the sense of when you factor them over time or what have you. So if I am to choose one from both VCB and Merlin, I'm going to go with Merlin.
Not only
this to Wally, because Wally kind of brambling now when I'm pointing, right? All right, Wally said VCB can't come close to Merlin at the time, right? So we're looking at the personal best. VCB is 21.74, which is not normal. Merlin is 21.66.
And that's why I choose Merlin, because they're not far apart.
Hold on, Ryan.
Then we're going to look at the form of the runners then, and then we can make basically a decision, a judgment based on their form. When VCB comes around the curve, right, going into the home stretch, she normally slows up, right? She doesn't have top end speed. That is the opposite in Merlin, right? So in that case, now, if you look at the closest of the times, right, who would like to come around the curve the fastest?
What?
The race. Hold on. The race. I was a young child growing up, but that's when I started to follow track and field in the early 90s thereabout. And I've seen enough of Merlin to tell me that Merlin was a very good 200 runner. I barely ever see Merlin come around a curve in second or third and then start blast her way through and come first. She always come off on top and then maintain her form.
Right, that's the thing, she normally maintains her form. It's like she's getting faster. But that is the opposite we see with VCB.
I don't know if it's getting faster as opposed to maintaining her form. But I don't have anything to tell me that she gets faster, but I see her maintaining her form.
Wally, about the point that you made as well, you said that VCB normally run outside her lane coming up the curve. Seems so be the case. Why hasn't she been disqualified on multiple occasions? We have never really seen that. So, I mean,
it happened twice. I remember
one time.
meters she run.
Well, if it happened twice, I can't remember
It
one.
happened twice, 2015 and 2016. Go and check it. 2015 and 2016.
Wasn't one of them in the 100 meter? I think I remember.
No,
No, man,
go
one
and
I
check
think,
it.
as well.
Go and
I
check
think
it.
one
Go and check it.
was at 200. One was at 200.
I checked it before I came here, 2015 and 2016. But
I
that
remember the
question,
2015 I
What
remember the
that was-
2015 one when she got the bronze medal in the 200. I think the heat before that she ran out of her lane.
So Wally,
if
2015,
memory
2016, that was VCB in her prime. Because remember we were going off prime, you know.
No, it wasn't
I'm
her prime.
saying-
She was
Okay.
what I'm saying is that as it relates to the raw speed, one, Merlin is faster. Two, Merlin is a better curve runner. Merlin,
Opinionated.
go again.
Opinionated.
No, it is not opinionated. So I'm
It
going
is.
to I'm going to substantiate it. No, the indoor track. There, it is pretty much one. The curves are tighter. The curves are tighter, and pretty much you don't have a lot of straights for an indoor track. And the fact that Merlin has been able to run sub 22 on that track is a clear indication that Merlin is a better curve runner. The lanes are more narrow, as well as you pretty much don't have any straight. And Merlin is the only female to run sub 22. So that is clear that Merlin is the better curve runner. There's no question in that.
Ryan, shoot the anchor runner because we're not leaving up that curve argument yet.
so because of the fact that I gave my 3 and now by default it would have to be VCB for anchor. Because the 3 so it's not like I can choose anybody else.
Okay.
And VCB is a solid 100-meter runner. She was our best 100-meter runner until Shelly, Sharon, and those people came on the scene. Because VCB was holding the fort for like 4 years before those guys came on. So she for me.
Yeah, Ryan, but the thing is, before you, I know you have to leave, but before you go, right? We're talking about all these athletes in their prime. All right, so everybody is here now. Why would you want a 10-point? Why would you want the slowest runner on the anchor? Out of the 4, she's the slowest. Well, you just relax now. Me just ask him a question. Me just want some more information.
Because I've seen VCB anchor race before, and she has done very well in the past as anchor. And you know, if you run 10 point whatever, you just pointed out to me that anchor is 90 meters, and when you
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So basically 10 points whatever is not the same time when you're anchoring.
All right. So
you're running, you're collecting and you have a 10-meter space to start off, you collect and you go full blast. So it's not the same.
Okay, so take a look
time.
Take a look at this now. VCB get the button probably 4 meters in front of prime Carmelita Jetta. What do you expect from that? Do you expect a Jamaican victory?
In front of 5
Yeah,
meters?
She get
5 meters, that's like half a second. Hold on. 5 meters is like half a second in
Like
front,
this.
yes?
Like this.
You said 5 meters, you know.
Yeah,
You never said 0.5 meter.
Kim don't really know the meters, so he's talking about something like this. But that man basically a split second off each
Like
other.
a split, like Jetta get like VCB get it reach, then Jetta get it reach. I do you expect a Jamaican victory?
Of course.
You say
No.
of course. You must
No.
be Wally. You must be.
Jetta would eat up VCB
No,
that
you
on
must
that
be crazy.
I'm not so certain about the eat up part, but you have a good point there.
You must be crazy.
But I'm not so certain, which is why I'm padding my stats from early, where I get my best runners on the curve and my best runner on the backstretch. So from that end, I want to be in front substantially in case of
All
any
right. Ryan,
emergency.
before you go, let me point this out too. I'm not going to do that. You know why? I want one of my fastest runner anchor. So in case these runners in between from the first leg to the third leg mess up with the pattern changes, I have someone on the anchor that can run down whoever who is in front of them, if so be the case.
No, but
Yeah, but run down on the shortest leg is a big risk.
And I'm also seeing, right, because I'm doing some research in the meantime, that it's best to have your shorter runners around the curve.
Mm.
In sprinting.
So in that case, Shelly run the curve for you.
no, but
Shall we run the first curve?
that is a no, but that that's just a generic principle. Because remember, Bolt, who is the tallest, handed over to Asafa in 2008.
2008.
And the reason
Yeah.
for
Right.
this is
So
that
and
running
Bolt
curve-
Bolt is 6'4" or something like that. So
And the reason for this is around the curve, you stay low, fire out low from the blocks, and stay low for the first 10 meters. Shorter runners now will be able to turn over faster than a taller runner around the curve.
no, that is generic. That is
Gives
generic.
an advantage over
Well, not
running
necessarily now, because if you look at both leg, right, you wouldn't necessarily say that both had the best leg or the fastest leg for the same maneuver that you're talking about. So, you know that the Jamaica team then was just supreme. It was just far better than the rest of teams. So in that case, you can't really use a freak of nature to compare with other people.
No, but we're not talking about we're not talking about ordinary persons. We're talking about Merlin Atti.
No, but still, none of them come close to what you saying. None of them come close to what you saying. Come on,
No,
man.
but the point is that that sort of generic explanation is applicable to low tier athletes. You know, when you're talking about all time greats, they operate outside of those sort of generic descriptions.
Right. Hold on there, Wally. So I see Anthony Henry say, do you think that Jamaican team beats Gwen Torrance, Flojo, Tori Bowie, and Carmelita Jetta?
No. If they'll put in Flojo, Flojo TNT.
No, we have to. We have to. What are you talking about? We have to put her in. What do you mean?
Well, as it stands right now, no matter how we might say this and that about her, she has to be factored.
So we ignoring performance enhancement. All right, cool.
Well, Wally, you nor I know that she took any performance enhancement.
Especially a man
you know that like it was win reading was a problem.
Exactly, it was drugs. More the win than drugs.
Yeah, it was
and,
the win.
And fair man will defend Mboma. So I don't want to hear nothing from you. Flojo must be there. So
but that's a foolish point. That's a foolish point.
Right,
it didn't. What happened with Flojo is external to her system.
All right,
that's a known point.
All right. Foolish point, but let us address this point on the screen right now. The Jamaican team that you named, Shelly to start, ET second, Merlin third, and VCB anchor. You think they beat this team on the screen?
Of course. Elaine,
you crazy.
Who is going to run with ET on the backstretch?
Don't you see Flojo on the backstretch?
Flojo.
Are you blind? That's a 10-4-9 on the back stretch. What are you talking about?
Oh, right. I forget you're ignoring that thing. Okay.
I want to ask one question, right?
Sure.
The question, because this is what I realized. That American team that broke the world record in 2012 Olympics, right? With Carmelita Jetta. Do you think that team, right, is more talented or was more talented than this current Jamaican team that just won at Tokyo?
No.
Right. Correct.
No.
So what would be the reason why this Jamaican team did not break that world record?
No, well, it was obvious. The issue was the button exchanges. The exchange, the first leg to eat shaky, and certainly the exchange to Sherika was shaky as well. That was a clear case. That was a clear case of lack of synchronization in the button passing.
But that was
also one of the other reason they had the fastest runner on the ankle like Carmelita Jetta, and they had the smoothest runner on the backstretch in altitude.
See, that's the next thing I was going to talk about. Not only the button changes, also the way how they set up the relay was also a detriment to Jamaica getting that world record.
Yeah.
The two correct legs on that relay was Brianna and Elaine. That's it. Those other two legs, and I get why they put Sherika on the anchor, but those other two legs was like no go. Those were no goes.
But Kims, I heard it somewhere that when it comes down to button exchanges, Sherika is one of the worst.
Yeah, that's why I said that, I get the reason why they did it, but come World Championships, we can't continue with the same excuse. Come World Championship, we have to have all our ducks in a row if we want to get the record, because after this, Shelly is going to be gone, and then there'll be no record after that, because nobody can duplicate it.
No, it will happen, Kims. Come on. Remember, we keep on talking about technology in the boss. Don't count it out.
Well, this is the best team to get it, though.
This is the best team to get it. And I will say again, in order to get this record, I'll put it out there. In order to get this record, this is what I want to see. I want to see Brianna to Elaine to Sherika to Shelly. That is what I want to see for the record. If I don't see that record looks sticky. I see Shelly running the third leg again. That's not where I want to see her. More impressive than the first leg, but I don't want to see Shelly on the third. I want to see Shelly.
True.
Or you can have it Shelly to Sherika to Brianna to Elaine.
You're crazy producer. You're crazy.
But how would you have it for this record? Because we want to see this record be broken,
So I would just so Elaine on the back stretch, Brianna for start.
I'll go back with the same lineup, to be honest.
With Sherika anchor?
Yeah. What I do is just let them sort out that little issue right there with the button exchange, because as I said, that last exchange was the worst of the lot. Because remember that we're going to have her there, right? And if once you're going to have her there, you're going to put her on the anchor. Reason being, she's not good at button exchanges, so I don't want her on my third leg.
I don't. I'm not going to quarrel with the same lineup. I think that was. I'm not going to quarrel with the same lineup.
Yeah, both of them are good.
Yeah, I'm not going to quarrel with that. I'm not going to quarrel with that.
But my $1 million question to both of you now, right? Is that the team that we have all assembled? Because personally for me, my team would have been Shelly to Merlin to VCB to Elaine. I personally see this team running 39-8 thereabouts. Kims, the team that you have assembled, what sort of time you think they would have run currently in this with this current temperature and all these shots and all of that?
Right now, give them Oregon 39-4. Them Oregon are 39-4. A quick at Oregon.
I can say sub 40. I'm not sure about the 39-4, but I can definitely see sub 40.
On not seeing any sub 40 with Shelly-Ann underwhelming starting a relay. On not going to see.
Like, man, stop hating. You're fighting a one-man battle.
No, hold on 1 second before, because I know we have to go soon, right? And I see a lot of person in the comments. I know only probably Albert Williams and Anthony Henry. I think only those two really know about track and field. The rest of them just need to talk a bunch of bunch, right? So my thing is, right, again, people think I am very critical of Shelly and Fraser-Pryce, which I am sometimes, right? But what I'm saying is that she's starting a relay is just very underwhelming for the team. I don't think it benefits the team as it should when she anchors. That's all I'm saying. What is wrong with that? Like, that is all I'm saying. Like, I've seen
Leon Person don't appreciate what I just said.
Oh?
Leon Person don't appreciate what I just said. Man say you try to style him.
Oh, Leon, that's my bad, bro. I didn't see you in the comments. That's my fault, bro. But what I'm saying is, right, I don't want, like, Shelly running Shelly running that little first leg and so, but no, I don't want that. I want her to be able to get the button, get those knees up, start pumping down that final furlong and finish the race. I don't want her
But
starting.
Kev's, the makeup of this team is different though. So in this case, you could understand why not allowing Chile to run first. Yeah, Brianna, come on.
Exactly, and Brianna is not much
Yeah.
far off when it comes to starting with Shelly.
Okay, in 2016, when I think they got the silver medal, right? That's what they got in 2016.
2016, silver, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who started the relay?
In 2015.
16.
16 Olympics.
Real.
Oh, I don't remember what it was.
Not Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. I think it was what that girl name? I think she went to San Diego. Or Natalia White.
Yeah.
I think it was her. I think correct me if I'm
They still have one silver, but there were only two good runners. That was Shelly and Elaine. The other two weren't good.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, Albert or Leon or one of those track gurus, not the pretenders in the cup.
Owen Green, yeah?
Or Owen Green, yes. Not the pretenders in the comment. But I think it was Natalia White that started.
Anthony is saying that it was Christina Williams.
All right, yeah, okay, okay. Thank you, Anthony. Oh, Natalia started in 2019.
Yes, Christina Williams to Elaine to Vertica Campbell Brown to Shelly-Ann in 2016.
So it was Christina, someone that is
Shelly-Ann
uninterested in tracks. Well, continue. But Wally, the team that you selected, I thought that the producer speak on it. He said that the makeup of that team was different, so you can understand the reason why Brianna started instead of Shelly, vis-a-vis the team that you have selected, where I said we're going to go with Shelly over Merlin, knowing that Brianna start is not much far off from Shelly. Both of them are bullet starters. You can't say that about Merlin. Merlin is not a bullet starter. So Wally, give me.
But what I was saying, Levon, the deficit that would be left from a Merlin start will be made up along the other legs. What I'm saying is
just
that
like we can say the same, that if there's a
exactly. We don't know what kind of convenient hypothetical Kimza come with to support him narrative.
Right, let's work with your team, right? Shelly starts with that Gwen person. Okay, let's say the start is even. And then Merlin and Flojo. This is your team, you know. Merlin and Flojo on that backstretch.
I didn't say Merlin on the backstretch.
I'm talking Levon, right? That is domination on that backstretch, right? And then you have Tori Bowie and Vernica on that third leg. That is Vernica not catching Tori Bowie. And then it's Carmelita Jetta and Elaine with Carmelita having probably a 10-meter lead. There's no catching up for her.
All right, I'm going to conquer because obviously you weren't listening to what I said. I said, give me this Shelly, this current Shelly. I'm not talking about Shelly from 2012 and there, but this Shelly that is running 10-6-0. That is the Shelly that I'm working with.
Yes, okay, but
if it's that Shelly, well, Bossman, if it's that Shelly that I'm working with, nobody not beating her that first leg. Nobody.
All right.
I'm not asking a question. I make a definitive statement.
Give me this Shelly that come around the curve first before Mboma at Tokyo.
Well, everybody come. Hey, that's not everybody come. Everybody come around the curve before Mboma.
Producer, gimmicks, you know. I'm the producer.
Everybody come around the curve before Mboma. But we're gonna argue this all night. We're gonna come to a resolution. So we're gonna agree for disagree, yeah, sir.
Yeah. Wally, any final say on this topic?
I really want, this is probably for another live. I don't think people understand how legendary Merlin Ottey is. She is without question one of the greatest female sprinter ever. When she's running 21:66 in the 90s, that is something that is absolutely out of this world. I don't want people, because she get the name the Bronze Queen, people sort of undervalue her greatness. I want people to really look into it and analyze who she was running against in those times, and also look at how long her times have stood up and also look at where her times are in terms of all-time greatness, especially both the one and the two. Merlin is not no normal athlete. Certainly one of the
Which is
greatest
true,
of all
Wally.
time.
That is why I think that with the advanced technology right now, she probably the fastest Jamaican.
Not probably, she would be,
Yeah,
because
'cause
21
those
6
times in
21 6
90s was not.
21 6 from those times,
Yeah,
man,
she
that's
probably
21
closer to the
4
world
easily
record
right now. But Wally, what I'll say is
But she
that
still a sellout though.
producer, I couldn't just say it, man.
No,
No matter how
no,
great and
Merlin is
legendary
no
she is,
sellout.
Merlin is a big sellout.
No.
Big sellout.
Merlin is
Big
no
sellout.
sellout.
And for that reason, for that reason, I'm going to take that away from her legacy. Anybody who sell out Jamaica,
No, you cannot. The what she has done in the latter part of her career can in no way negate what she has contributed to this nation. That is like saying, hold
Wally,
on,
let me ask you
man.
a question. Wally, let me ask you a question.
Hold on, man. That is like saying Michael Jordan time at the Wizards, removes him from the GOAT conversation. The body of work that she has given to Jamaica, what she did at the latter part, can't disqualify her contribution in no way
it
at
doesn't
all.
disqualify her.
Merlin is no sellout. No
Wally,
sellout.
Wally, whenever I said
It
it,
doesn't disqualify her greatness, She's still great, but she's still a sellout.
fact remains.
No,
It's fact. It's
so
fact.
I agree with it.
It's similar to Shakari. Shakari is a good sprinter, but she's just a weedhead.
no, Josh Card. If she wanted what she did was that to prolong her career based on the quality that was available at the time. She couldn't make the Olympics. She could not make the Olympics. She had a desire to continue her career,
Wally,
and as a result, she changed her nationality.
Go retire as a Jamaican
That's
legend. Go and retire in the eyes of Jamaican people as a Jamaican legend.
No, we can't agree with that.
That's selfishness. That's selfishness, man. They can't call her a sellout. No, not at all.
Yeah, a big idiot.
Why you take a man like you and big to go and hang up his spikes?
Huh?
No.
Why you tell you and big to go hang up his spikes? Just
No.
like if you see that they can't make the Olympics, go hang up his spikes. Simple.
If you want decide to go for Qatar or one of those countries where he's getting a lot of money, I'm not going to call him a sellout.
No.
It would be.
No, why?
Why?
Because I remember
to Johan, including myself, we are very ungrateful to that young man, Very ungrateful.
Very ungrateful.
Including me.
Especially, not including, especially.
All right.
If we had broken protocols and given Merlin at what she wants, right? We would down the line we would never see a Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. I would never see a FRENZZYY. That's just the fact.
Say no more, producer.
Right? She's a sellout.
Say no more, producer.
No, man, you
It's
can't.
like asking, but it's fact.
No, man, you can't call the legend a sellout. No,
Your
sir.
feelings get hurt over
No, sir. You cannot call the legend a sellout. No, sir.
The patriotism for a minute.
No, man, you can't call the legend a sellout. No, sir. Absolutely not. No, sir. No.
I mean, it doesn't take anything away from her greatness, yeah. However, she's a sellout, yeah. But
No.
we have reached a point of this show where it's time for you guys to get a minute. Wally, you have never gotten a minute on this show, man. So I'm just going to start with you. So Wally, you're a minute to talk about whatever.
Well, as I said, I'm not going to check in. Just changing gears a little bit. I kind of watch the Gunners little by little. I take them time. I go and watch. What I find interesting though is why is it that Arteta has gotten a longer run than Emery, and when you look at the record of both, you can say that he has pretty much outperformed him. I don't understand the persistence with Arteta. I'm not understanding why he has been given such a long rope. But I think the biggest problem with our side, outside of the fact that we the coach, I think we don't have any top tier players. I think we're over balanced. It's like we're perpetually building for the future. During Wenger's heyday, we had the perfect balance with experience, being infused with youth. We're not seeing it happening here. This continuous persistence with youth, and it's really impacting us.
All right, thank you, Wally, for that 1 minute and 30 seconds. But I can tell you why. There's nobody who wants to come to Arsenal. No one wants to come to Arsenal. It's if there was a coach who was willing to come to Arsenal and better than Arteta, they would have run Arteta through the door a long time. What I want to say is that, once again, big up everybody on this show, big up the panelists, big up the individuals in the comment, the ones who know about the sports and the one who don't. But what I can say is, all you guys, Sefton, Leon, all you guys are welcome, more than welcome. Just link up Levon or Josh. You guys are more than welcome on the show to bring your brilliant analysis, to shut me up, to show me that I'm talking nonsense, and I will, I'm willing to learn. I love to learn. Manchester United was disappointed today, but we don't want these little joke trophies. We don't want a Carabao Cup, the Arsenal Cup. We're going for the Premier League and stuff. NFL tomorrow, Panthers versus Texans. I tell you yesterday, betting no house and Panthers to win by over 8 points. Betting no house, betting no land, betting no bank account. Panthers can't lose. And Panthers would have 3 or more sacks as well.
Where they playing? Where they playing?
It's at Panthers home. Houston is using a backup quarterback. I've never heard of that man named something another Miller. I know Miller Light or Miller Beer or something like that. That's
all right. To answer to Leon Press, all of a sudden I become the worst debater tonight because I said Merlin is a sellout. Wow, brilliant, Leon. But I don't know, but I swear, man, Albert kind of love this 1 minute section that we're giving up. So here's Albert in the comment section saying that my minute, I love this discussion. I should have been offered to call into debate camps because I would have definitely won.
No, Albert, you don't have to call in. Just come on the show. Come on the show. Just email Levon, message him or Josh.
Yeah, man, reach out to Sports Frenzy on Facebook, Levon Chill on Facebook, Josh Carl on Facebook, whatever. Just reach out to us.
But, yeah, man, because Albert, we're not going to do like certain other show where we cut you off. We're going to allow you to say your points. We're not going to cut you off and go to any commercial break and then have a monologue after that and claim winnings. We're not going to do that. We're going to give you the full opportunity to express yourself and to debate.
Right, we're giving the full opportunity. Okay, Sam, don't be like Piney, who's a coward.
Yeah, Piney is a big card, so I don't pay Piney any mind. Piney has been promised us to come on the show from the inception of Sports Frenzy. Up to now, this man can't turn up. So
Piney making false promise. Piney, stop make false promise and come on the show.
Yeah, man. Piney is like Arteta. Gives you a couple of good matches and then boom, back down third. So Piney, we don't take it serious. Albert, want to on the show?
He's out for Arsenal,
But as always, we appreciate all of you guys. Without you, there's no Sports Frenzy, man. And even though Leon was there beating up his teeth, and I mean, well, not teeth literally, but his keyboard, that Levon is the worst debater tonight. I still appreciate you, man. You're part of the team that actually makes the comment section well fun, and I read all the comments. I might be paying attention to the screen, but I read all the comments. So, guys, I suggest to you, man, keep on commenting, keep on sharing, keep on subscribing. Let us grow together. Remember that it's a family thing. And just like today, people are beating up Kims that he lost the debate and he was awful and all of that. But at the end of the day, he represented Sports Frenzy. He promoted Sports Frenzy. And it was a win for Sports Frenzy because we got the promotion that we needed. That's all we wanted. And if some of you guys in the comment section were brave enough, you would have went on the radio. You guys weren't. So don't come on here and beat up a keyboard. Say, oh, if I was there, you weren't. That's the point. You weren't. And as I said, Piney, you're one of those persons that Piney calling to the radio shows and just bad up the host them. And then eventually, as you start bad them up, you get cut off. So Piney, just hush up.
Yes. Joke at that one.
But again, yes, you're saying something, Kems?
No, I'm saying Piney said that we have to pay for his services. Yes, Jamdong, please please, Jamdon, you can email me, you can message me, teach me how to debate next time. Please, I'm begging you. Thank you.
Hold on, Kems. Jamdong cannot teach you to debate because Jamdong lost a debate on the radio. And the same Jamdong is Chris Lynch. Chris Lynch, you lost debate, so you can't teach somebody
Yeah.
because you're a loser.
Wait there.
A
Wicked
loser
man, Chris.
cannot teach anybody.
No, I know it's Chris Lynch, you know. I know it's Chris Lynch, you know. I see him with him cheese jersey.
Wicked man, Chris. Why you not easy?
I know it's Chris Lynch. What would I pay him, no man?
But Chris Lynch cannot debate anybody. He lost a debate on the radio, and from then, you can't take him serious. So, again, thanks to all of you guys. Thanks to our producer, Josh Colley, makes possible. Thanks to Kems, Wally, and Ryan was here, who had to make a quick run. And as I said, we always start some discussions that others have to fall in suit and take up. So, we are trendsetters over here. Again, subscribe. Until tomorrow, take care, guys.